Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Have another movie review for you guys as promised. Just got done watching Bruiser, directed and co-written by Miles Warren. I'm not sure what his other credits are, but it tells a story of a boy named Darius as he gets settled in with his mother and his new her new her new husband, which ultimately ends up in the family dynamics as the stepfather now tries to build a relationship with his stepfather and then meets this other guy um, and like just one day he just meets this random dude by a fish boat and all that stuff, and you find out very quickly that this dude actually has a a uh, a strong relation, a strong tie to Darius, and that is that he is actually his real father, his biological father. So with both fathers in the picture, it presents basically um, the pros and cons between each person, and ultimately, I guess what the film is trying to express is that um, is I guess a sense of male toxicity, and the extent of what a father would do to protect their child, and ultimately, asking a a the question of who is like the better father, obviously, um, and its approach to it is pretty melodramatic. I think aesthetically, I think that's where the film really shines. I think that visually, it's quite strong. I also think tonally speaking, it has a lot going on. Um, like it has the right concept and it has the right approach to said concept, but um, ultimately, where it kind of fell for me was its progression. I felt that the pacing and just to an extent the performances, I felt were um, a bit iffy for me. Um, it really front loads you at the beginning, like with a lot of information. Like this is a stepfather, and then he's having trouble. This boy's having trouble with relating to the kids. Meets this other guy. They throw a lot of stuff at you very early in the film, and um, it could get a little bit like, oh, okay, I need time to digest this. It doesn't feel like it was it didn't feel like there was a proper amount of time of presenting information. So um, and because of that, and just with in general how the film is paced, I feel that the development of the characters are not um, are not really there. It feels kind of just so. Like it's more through their actions than what we're being told, um, and I also feel that it takes a bit of an ignorant stance on this whole, like, I get they're trying to present this gray factor between the two characters, that this father over here has his own dirt, this other father over here has his own dirt. Like I get they're trying to present that and present some, and within that some kind of social commentary about who's the better father and ultimately what makes a good father. There's my camera right there. Um, but um, but I feel that the way that it's told, I feel that, like, what's the actor's name? Trevante Rhodes, I think that's his name. He's the guy on the fishing boat, the real father. His intentions are not bad. He's actually a pretty, like, yeah, he has his past and all that, but he's actually a decent dude. He gives out actually really good advice. He's trying to actually be there for his kid. Um, he did abandon him though, and that's ultimately where I side with the other guy. Yeah, he has all this aggression and stuff like that, and that can be very problematic, in raising the kid. Um, and we see how at one point we see how that could be where this could lead, for him in the future in terms of development. Um, I'm talking about the child, um, but ultimately I favor the stepfather because his actions are all to protect the child. They are questionable at some points because of his aggressive behavior, but it's all in good in helping his kid and actually trying to be there on many different levels. Where the other guy, he's just extremely flaky. She's just hanging out with him at like a brother or like a friend, and that's not what fathers are supposed to be. They're not supposed to be your friends. They're supposed to be an authority figure. There's supposed to be someone there who can be both sides. You know, be someone for you to hang out with, but also for someone to teach you about life's lessons and stuff like that. And you know, like to be a true masculine figure. You know, um, so at the same breath, though, um, his judgments are just like they portray him at the very beginning being a very judgmental type of dude. And again, it's all valid, but I feel that those judgments are ultimately what create the situation. You know, if he wasn't so judgmental and if he wasn't so hostile, I feel that we would have avoided this whole situation playing out. Um, but you know, like I think that it has conceptually some interesting social commentary at play about who is a better father and all that, but I feel that the overall presentation of said story is just fairly lackluster, very melodramatic. Um, Performance wise, it's just not much going on. I feel like Trevante Rose is clearly the standout because I feel like he's actually more vetted than these other guys. It feels like this is like their first real feature or something like that because they're not um, really involved with their characters. They feel kind of shy when they're performing. Um, but ultimately, it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad. I think, like I said, on a technical level, I think there's some merit to it. I think tonally speaking, it has some merit to it. Like, I like the idea. I think the idea and the overall, to an extent, visually, the presentation of said idea, I think was fairly interesting. I just think that the performances and just the progression of the characters and the way the development of said characters, ultimately, um, the writing and the performances, I feel are the weaknesses of the film. Um, because I just feel like we're not getting a lot to chew on. You know, like visually there's a lot to chew on, but when we're seeing these characters interact and ultimately just seeing the dialogue that they're utilizing, it just feels very shallow. It doesn't feel as in depth as it thinks it is. So I think with a better script and better performances in general, I think we would have actually had something a little bit more meaty going on. But we actually what we get is something pretty uh, basic. So visually strong, tonally it's that's there, and conceptually it's got the it's a great pitch. It's just not executed the way that it should. It's just not executed the best. So that's my thoughts on Bruiser. I thought it was good, but just not great. I didn't mind the melodrama. I would have preferred a little bit more uh, in depth presentation than just sitting in these like shallow waters. But you guys let me know your thoughts on Bruiser. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys think that it like I think, where I think it's just kind of eh? But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be my thoughts on Bruiser, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, I literally just got done watching it, so excuse me if my thoughts seem kind of random. I literally just got done watching it, so very fresh thoughts here. Um, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.